Welcome
to
Roses
and Thorns.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Kelly.
And
we're being real loud, so
yeah.
that's not a good sign for the future.
Should be real quiet.
Kind of whisper.
Okay.
We're going to recap The Bachelor in Paradise.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, twinsies.
Yeah.
So this
I
is
just forgot.
our first episode back in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's been like 2 weeks, right?
It's been a week. I think we did record an episode after I got back from Ohio last week, and that was our super low energy episode, if you recall. So we are more pumped this time. We did a shot beforehand.
We did do a shot.
We have backup drinks at the moment from when we run out of our first drinks, and we're ready to go.
I got whiskey.
Basically,
You have
a Paloma.
tequila.
I have a Paloma, which I always forget the name of, and I call it Palermo.
Palamo.
Or Pomalo. But it's a Paloma.
Paloma?
Like La Paloma. Paloma.
Paloma.
La Paloma.
There you go. Let's do that.
So there's a restaurant back home that's called La Paloma. And I, until just this moment.
Have I gone to it?
I think you did. They have the sopapillas.
Okay. Yeah.
We always get a nachos appetizer and sopapillas.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that place.
Yeah, it's super good. If you guys are ever in Newark, Ohio, I don't know why you would be.
It was good.
But go to La Paloma and check out
more
Earthworks.
Bready. We don't have to talk about this right now.
It's like a deep fried rolled up quesadilla.
But it's pretty bready.
Yeah, the dough or whatever you want to call it is thicker than a normal quesadilla.
Right.
I don't think it's a tortilla.
But it's pretty. Okay, but it's pretty. I feel like that's what I remember from it.
Yeah, it's super good though.
Yeah, it was good because it was deep fried.
Yeah.
Ohio, heart of America. Do you have any news?
I got coughs. Sorry, pardon me. Excuse me, coming through.
Excuse me.
I feel like right now we have two modes. We're either super low energy and we're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Let me take off my sweatshirt.
Let's talk about sopapillas.
Okay, I don't have news because I haven't been on Twitter in weeks because I don't want any spoilers.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I haven't been on because
that's good.
There are some things that happen that I would not want to know.
Yeah, I am not minding the spoilers that I'm seeing now. I won't share any with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I follow Grocery Store Joe, which I guess does not have a grocery store anymore.
He's just Joe now.
He's just. I think it was on. He was doing an interview with his Dancing with the Stars partner
because he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Because he's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and he said that he doesn't have a grocery store anymore.
Question: do we have to watch Dancing with the Stars because Joe's going to be on it?
No.
Okay.
No, we can.
That's good.
Maybe we can watch just his and see how he does.
We can see. I enjoy dancing.
Watching his clip online. We're not gonna watch it.
Like the YouTube clip.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that idea because
I'm sure they have their own proprietary video player on their website that they'll probably want us to use instead of YouTube or something.
Yeah, I don't think I need another show to watch.
I don't want to watch that. But yeah, he doesn't have a grocery store anymore.
Okay.
Also, he's being endorsed or sponsored by something where you get free coffee once. I forget what it's called.
You get free coffee.
It's some app. You download it. You use his referral code, and you get free Starbucks.
Okay.
So good for him.
I'm gonna guess based on the fact that everyone moves to LA after they are on The Bachelor, that he gave up his grocery store and moved to LA to be with Kendall. Who knows? We'll find out.
I mean, probably. And then I think he has more followers than anybody else.
Really?
So
he's just so endearing.
Yeah. And so I think it was just inevitable that he was going to get some kind of sponsor or endorsement or something like that.
I feel like the popularity of people like Joe and John should really show The Bachelor what kind of men we want to see on this show.
It's so true.
We don't like Leo. Don't put Leos on the show. We don't like Lincolns. Don't put Lincolns on the show. You got things about Leo?
No.
You got a face.
I have something about
face?
Lincoln.
Tell me that face.
And did I not tell you about this? I told you about this. It's about a person, they were at a bar and then they were talking about The Bachelor and then they said something about Lincoln, saying like, I work with this guy and what he would do is, and then the person was like, oh my God. Because she knew what he was going to say. It's like he was shitting on the floor and then like, so that he wouldn't have to poop on the toilet.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I have photos of it. And
there are photos?
Yeah, because I'm sure
took photos?
That guy probably knows it. Everybody knows about it. And then just one time, he was just in the bathroom, and he was like, oh, Lincoln just walked in. He's going to shit on the floor. And he took a picture of him shitting on the floor.
Okay, so for some reason, I always imagined him pooping on the floor of the office. And I don't know why.
I thought so too, but...
It must have been the way someone phrased it when they told us about
That's what... I mean, I thought the same thing too. Until there was pictures and it was in the bathroom.
It's simultaneously worse and better that it's in the bathroom. Because one, the toilet's right fucking there.
Yeah.
Just go over hover. If you have to do it Indonesian style where you put your feet on the toilet seat.
Mm-hmm. I think the toilet seat is his problem.
The entire toilet seat. You don't even put your feet on it?
I don't know.
I mean, I've been in bathrooms where someone pooped on the floor and it's so confusing. Why would you do that? The toilet is right there.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's photo evidence. It doesn't show his face, but they're saying that was him.
We just have to trust that it's him.
Yeah.
I'm willing to trust it.
I think I kind of am too.
If it were someone else, depending on the person, I might not be so, ready to just trust it.
But fuck Lincoln.
But fuck Lincoln.
Yeah.
Right? If you're gonna sexually harass women and sexually assault women, I'm just gonna believe that you poop on the floor. I'm just because that's not as bad as sexually assaulting women.
Why would a bro talk to his other bros about a guy that he once worked with that was on The Bachelor that shit on the floor?
I mean, people do crazy things, so it is
do crazy things.
And on that note, any other news?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything. On Twitter,
and I guess,
so I know nothing.
Joe has had a vasectomy before, or is.
Oh yeah, you did mention that to me that Joe has had a vasectomy, which is reversible, right? Is there any length of time that goes by that it becomes no longer reversible?
I mean, it might just reverse on its own in any amount of time. You just never know how versatile your body can be.
Okay.
I mean, they cauterize it, so there's no reason for it to suddenly find another way to your vas deferens to finally somehow connect together again to be functional.
But the body is weird.
Yeah,
the body does really weird things.
I don't know what the...
That was a long time ago, though, right?
When he said he was 23.
23, and he's 32 now, so it was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a weird decision for such a young person to make.
But
if it is reversible, then it's that's not even as bad as a tattoo.
Yeah, and good on him for doing his part to not have unplanned pregnancy.
Right? If he's I just want to fuck around and not have babies, have a vasectomy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm sure his mom and parents probably were like, what the fuck are you doing? When you say someone's going to say that they're going to get a vasectomy, they think they don't ever, you think that they never want to have kids.
Yeah.
But, it's very temporary.
I wish women had an equivalent.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Something that worked as efficiently as vasectomy, but was also reversible.
Situation was different. I would consider it.
Yeah. And I think it's really important because they haven't talked about this at all. And I wish that it was more public that he's had a vasectomy because I've talked to men who, I worked with a guy who was going to get a vasectomy because his wife was I just don't want any more kids.
Sure.
And it's way easier for a man to get a vasectomy than a woman to get her tubes tied.
Yeah.
And getting your tubes tied is not 100% effective anyway, so it's at least as effective as a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Why not do the easier procedure?
Yeah.
And he was so worried about being less of a man. And
you still have
do
balls.
not understand
you
that.
still ejaculate things. It's just there's no sperm in it.
Like, it's totally in your head because there's not. If you have balls, you can get an erection, you can ejaculate. Like, you don't notice a difference after you've recovered. And like, have the ability to have children does not make you less of a man, because literally everyone has the ability to have a child. I mean, like, some people obviously don't, but like, women and men have the ability to have children. So it doesn't make you less of a man to not have the ability to have children.
Yeah.
That's a weird, stupid idea. So, men probably aren't listening to this podcast, but if you are, vasectomies don't make you less of a man. That's stupid. Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid, stupid.
Okay. Episode?
Yeah.
All right. So we are in week 5, part 2.
Week 5?
Week 5, part 2.
I have week 9.
Because it's episode 9.
Okay, episode 9. But week as in the week in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it'd be week 10 then. Or episode 10.
I think it's week 9.
I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
According to Hulu, it's week 5, part 2.
We know. Okay, sorry. But we know what episode we're talking about.
We know what we're talking about. We're talking about the one after the last one that you listened to.
About. Okay.
So it's the one after the Scoundrels episode. Okay, so that's the one.
Who's a scoundrel?
Everyone was a scoundrel. John was a scoundrel. Chelsea was a scoundrel. Who else was a scoundrel? There were several scoundrels on the last episode that we recorded. That's why I named it Scoundrels.
Okay.
I just can't remember at the moment. Do you want a full recap?
Nope, it's okay.
Okay. I can look it up. I put it in the description. You should read the episode description,
I saw Scoundrels.
Ryan. You should read the episode description. It tells you who the scoundrels are.
Isn't the title enough?
I spend all this time writing descriptions. I spend like 10 seconds
like draw
writing
pictures
descriptions.
or something? That helps.
No, Podbean doesn't allow pictures. Actually, they do, but I'm not going to do it. You can also do YouTube videos. Do you want a YouTube video about it?
I think that might have some copyright issues with it. I think ABC will shut it down.
Shut it down. Okay.
Okay. You want to talk about easy ones first.
So, like, the episode starts with all the couples looking cutesy and happy and, oh my God, we're on the beach and everything is perfect and, like, absolutely nothing could break us up. Everything is great.
Except babies.
Except babies. Babies aren't great. That's true. So Chris Harrison brings in the Paradise Success couples. Not only are they still together, but they have babies.
They have babies.
Babies are a sign of success, if you didn't know.
Have there only been 2 other no. There's at least been 3 seasons of The Bachelor.
This is season 5 currently of Bachelor in Paradise.
So they're like 50-50 right now. The Bachelor is each season they get. Every other season they get 1.
Well, these are people who have left Bachelor in Paradise with and now have children.
Yeah.
They didn't bring the childless couples. I don't know who they would be because we don't watch the other seasons.
Okay.
But
no couples came out of last season.
I don't think so. I was just trying to think.
I mean,
of
there was the Seattle woman.
There's a fly going around.
The Seattle woman.
Oh, yep. Taylor, and his last name was Perth, which is a weird thing to know. Derek. Jim Halpert.
I don't think he looks like Jim Halpert.
Yeah, they got engaged.
Oh, did they get engaged?
No longer together.
Was that on like After the Rose thing?
It was like a later
that?
thing that they were on,
okay.
And they got engaged, but they're not together anymore. I think they would have been the only success from that season.
Yeah,
I can't remember literally anyone else on the show besides Robbie and Amanda, and we'll come back to that on the next episode. But I can't remember who else was on it. But anyway, so these are at least the ones that have left Paradise and now are married with children.
Yes.
So I feel like 2 couples is like not the worst number.
No. I mean, I think that's more successful than the Bachelor show itself.
Yeah, I mean, And it makes sense that Bachelor in Paradise would be more successful than The Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Because I think we've talked about this. Or maybe we just talked about it privately. I don't know. But they spend every day together. All day. Mm-hmm. They don't just have one day a week. Yeah. A few hours a week that they spend together. They spend all day, every day together.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to develop better relationships. Mm-hmm. Even when you're trying to disrupt them, several of the couples we have right now have been together since the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Or like very close at the beginning.
Or very close to the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they bring in the successful couples, which are Jade and Tanner and Carly and Evan. And I just want to point out, they said Carly had a baby 4 months ago. She's wearing like a 2-piece outfit. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's only like a little bit of her stomach showing, but she looks excellent.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that doesn't come from a lack of effort. Like, it's not like she was just sitting around and she looks like that. She probably worked very hard to have that body. So congratulations, Carly. Mm-hmm. You worked very hard and we can tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think anytime anybody, especially like celebrities, mm-hmm. when they're like, they just had a kid and then suddenly they're in the movie in like a bikini or something like that. It's just like, what the fuck?
It's insanity.
Well, even just like moms, like Sofia Vergara, mm-hmm. she's a mom of like 2.
And her body is nuts.
She's fucking banging.
And it's totally okay if you don't ever have that kind of body again.
Exactly.
1000% okay. It's not your, like, it makes sense if it's not your priority anymore. Like, you have a child.
You have other things to worry about other than like your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
And so like, it's fine if you never get that body again. But if you do, it's because you worked very hard for it. You didn't just wake up with that.
Exactly.
Not that anybody wakes up with muscles, but it's still.
What do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger got his muscles?
He just slept a lot, I think.
He slept real hard. Okay. So what they do is interview the couples so that they can decide who gets the date card. Is that they pretended to have a date card. So they interviewed everybody. Everyone seemed pretty good.
Yeah, like I think all the couples did pretty well in their interviews. Jordan sounded very rehearsed and robotic. American Jordan,
kind of like saying too much of what they want to hear.
Yeah, I told her I'm falling for her. I know I've never felt like this before. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, turn off the sincerity there.
And
Whoa.
then like Jenna didn't she didn't really like back it up. You know?
Yeah.
She was just kind of like, I don't know, kind of doing what she always does, is like hide her face and like act kind of bashful, but at the same time it seems like she's kind of like, you're talking too much. You know?
Yeah. Kevin and Astrid told us that they have a 12-month plan.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Which then Ryan wanted my 12-month plan.
Yeah, what is it?
I think it's do kind of what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But plus a year
1.
from now.
Plus 1 is a thing.
Plus 1? Plus 1 what?
One other thing. Other than... yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant a baby. I was like, plus 1. No 1. 2. We still have 2. Just you and me.
Thing.
You, me, and dogs.
Thing.
Is the plus 1 thing
another
a
dog?
ring? No, not another dog. We've said 2 dogs is our limit.
Okay.
Well, then I guess we'll see in 12 months what your plan is.
Yeah, we'll see.
So Camille kind of said he wants to take a step back.
Yeah.
And I don't know at what point he said this. I just wrote it that he kind of wants to take a step back. I think, and it makes sense. Annalise comes on very strong.
It's because Evan said it. Evan said that he wants to take a step back.
Is that what Evan said? Okay.
When it looked like, and I didn't hear Camille say it, but that's what Evan said. And then it was because I think Annalise was coming on very, very strong.
Which she does. That's just her.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take the good with the bad. Like, I think Annalise has a lot of very positive qualities. If you are the boyfriend of Annalise, you'll never have to like worry about having attention or affection. If you're the kind of person that's like your love language, she's got you covered.
Love languages. What was that? What was that from?
It's from different things. I think I brought it up to you because they talked about it on Two Dope Queens. One of the people on Two Dope Queens, her parents are like,
I think that is
like relationship counselors,
I think that's
couple
where we
counselors.
use.
And so there's 5 love languages. There's like gifts. There's words of affirmation. So we use that one a lot. I think we both appreciate it. I don't know if it's our love language, but like, thank you for doing the dishes. Thank you for taking out the garbage. Like noticing that the other person has done good things.
Okay.
Acts of service. So doing things for the other person. So things like actually taking out the garbage.
Yeah. Cooking.
Or cooking. Yeah. Quality time. So just spending time with each other, like undivided. So not watching TV or anything like that, but like taking a walk, or I would guess probably when we play games, that's probably some sort of, quality time. Cause it's like when we watch TV, we're kind of having a parallel experience.
Yeah.
Whereas playing a game is like much more intersectional.
Yeah. I think there's like a fine line there, but I can see the difference.
I feel like when we watch The Bachelor, it's often more of an intersectional experience.
Yeah, because we're like talking to each other out throughout the whole thing, and you tell me to shut up sometimes. I'm talking over it a lot.
And then physical affection or physical touch.
Yeah,
is the other one.
We got like 3 of those checked off.
Well, I mean,
I know
so it's not.
I know it does. You don't have to have all 5 of them. It's just like how you communicate and how the other person responds to that, and like how they take that your love language and stuff like that. So
like what do you need to understand that the person loves you?
But for us to be in sync with like 3 of those, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I think for me, like gifts, I like to give gifts as part of my love language. It's small things, like I bring home like cupcakes for you if I go to like a cupcake place. And for you, you don't seem to actually care about that. But I still usually do it because it's part of my love language, like show you that like I thought about
but I think you also
even when
like,
I wasn't with
I think you also like receiving them too.
I do like receiving small gifts.
Which I don't do as much as...
no, but you do other things as part of it. I think we both have like the physical touch as part of our love language, that we both like give it and need it. And so like if that's part of your love language, Annalise has you covered. She can tell you how she feels, words of affirmation. She can touch you all day. Who knows if she gives gifts, but like
can't tell.
People have different love languages. And yeah, but part of Annalise is also like being very expressive in how she feels. Like you never have to wonder how she feels.
Yeah.
And Carly and Evan noticed this, that her like strong attachment to Camille.
Yeah. And
they're kind of like, whoa. They thought it was kind of strange.
Yeah, I think everybody thinks it's a little strange how strong she comes on. Because I don't know how they got that Camille wants to take a step back. And they said like, oh, I guess Annalise thinks taking a step back is probably getting engaged or something like that.
He seems quiet.
He does. And like his tones are so off than what I think he's going to say next. Which I think, I mean, they continue in their relationship despite I think that when I start thinking that they could be splicing things together, suddenly he says something that's like, there's no way that they could have spliced that, you know?
Yeah, it seems like so often when he's with, I don't know, maybe not even when he's with Annalise, but just like so often it's like, Camille's not really in this, he's just enjoying his time. And then other times it's like he seems totally in the moment. He's with Annalise. He's happy. He described her as the total package. Like he seems like he's like totally in it.
Yeah, kind of.
And so it's hard to know where he's at.
I feel like he could just be saying those things too.
I totally agree. I think he could be pulling like a Daniel and Lacey. How like Daniel came in and he was super sleazy, and then hooked up with Lacey, not like hooked up, but like got together with Lacey. And it seemed like, whoa, Daniel's actually like in it with Lacey. And then Fantasy Suites come and he's like, man, actually, I was just like saying what you wanted to hear. And it's like, what? So it could totally be that same kind of thing, because Annalise and Lacey have a lot of resemblances.
Okay.
You don't remember Lacey?
I remember Lacey. I don't remember her being so attached.
No,
I know she was really excited about Daniel coming in.
No, she was the same as like being really excited about a person, falling all in, everything's great, and then all of a sudden it's the worst day ever. Like everything's either the best day ever or the worst day ever.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the thing about Lacey.
Okay. I don't think anybody else stood out too much on that interview thing.
Well, it was funny, like, New Zealand, Jordan, and Shoshana, when they they asked if they saw like a proposal in their future. And Jordan's like, I got here yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kendall and Joe were super cute. Kendall was describing Joe if he were like, the question was about if you were like a item in the grocery store, a produce item or whatever.
Yeah.
But then she got really into like describing Joe, and it was just really cute. I didn't write down anything she said.
I wrote down that he narrates his life. Yeah. Which is like really exactly what he does on Instagram, is just like narrating his life. And like, I think a lot of the times his friends like kind of resent him that like this is his life now, you know? That like, okay, he's rating my cheeseburger now. He gave it a D-.
Oh, did he really give it?
No,
okay.
He gave someone their nachos a D though, because it's just cheese and olives or something like that.
I mean, just cheese nachos though.
Cheese and
that's already a C at least.
I like cheese nachos.
Okay, did I have to pay for them? Is the problem?
No.
Okay, then at least C. At least. If I had to pay for them. And they're just cheese nachos, they have to be good.
Yeah, they would have to be like that nacho cheese kind of thing.
Like you make your own tortilla chips and you have tons of cheese on there.
Yeah. I mean, even like too much cheese, too much of the wrong cheese can be bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody else made them for me, I didn't have to pay for them.
I don't know.
I'm going to be happy with just cheese nachos.
But you're not Joe.
I'm not Joe.
I'm
not Joe.
Yeah.
Jojo.
Jojo?
Sorry, he's no longer grocery store Joe. He's just Joe.
He's just Joe.
Just Joe. Anybody else watch Will and Grace? Just Joe.
Nope.
Anyway. Nope. Anybody else? Anybody?
Nope.
Anybody?
Nope. Nope. Just dogs here.
So Kendall and Joe win the quote unquote date.
Yeah, but the date is just babies.
Taking care of fucking babies.
Yeah.
What a shitty date.
It's pretty bad.
That's awful. That's not a fucking date. That's not a date.
The worst part is that the one that's 4 months old, you never know when a child starts like being too attached to their parents. So, you know, once they get to that point, they're like, no, you're not mom or dad. Fuck you. I'm screaming right now.
Yeah.
And then, so I knew one was going to be like 4 month old. And then the other one, it was more than a year.
Yeah.
So I knew that one was going to fucking freak out.
Because she probably only wants her parents.
Yeah. And so I wasn't surprised that it was basically just that baby screaming the whole time.
And I don't know what to do when a baby cries. I don't. Like, we were at your family's house on Sunday, and your cousin wanted to eat. So I was like, I'll take the baby. It's like, I'm playing with the baby. Like, baby's fine. Everything's great.
Yeah.
And the baby starts crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want to play with the thing you were just playing with?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Do you want to stare at me in the face?
Nope.
No, then I'm out of ideas. I don't even know if did your cousin even eat?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he didn't have a plate in front of him anymore. And so I was like, did he eat? Because I walked around with the baby for a little bit, so I didn't know if he had eaten during that time or not.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Okay.
He walked away. I don't know if he had the baby with him.
Okay.
But yeah, babies are harder than you think.
I don't know what to do.
Not harder than you think. You know that they're hard, but
harder than I think.
Yeah.
Specifically me.
Yeah. Calling you out.
So what I thought was kind of rude is that other people on the island, I'm saying it's an island, I don't care what it is.
Beach.
The other people on the island really didn't think Joe would be good with the children.
Yeah, I don't really understand. And like the thing is, he was confident about his abilities.
Yeah.
Because he has nieces or nephews or both.
Yeah, they're children in his life.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a problem with them. Like,
And he said that in front of everyone.
did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Chris was like, are you nervous about this? And he's like, nah, I'm fine. And still everyone was like, I think Kendall's going to be the one taking care of the children. And it's like, stop being so sexist. Like, Joe might be fine with the kids.
Mm-hmm. He does,
and Kendall might be terrible with the kids. You don't know.
He does have like an kind of like awkward, like kind of presence of him, you know, where he's like, he's either going to be pretty good at something or he's going to be pretty bad at something.
But I want to immediately assume that Kendall was going to be good with the kids.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. Especially since, like, I guess it's common knowledge that she's kind of a commitophobe.
And I didn't know that.
Or at least he knew that.
Yeah.
So, you know, who knows where she is in that point of her life of, like, liking children or being okay with children.
And I don't think her sister has kids.
I don't think so.
And she seems like somebody who really values, like, adult communication.
Yeah.
Like, being able to communicate your ideas.
And she honestly didn't seem
so
that
I don't know how she would do with kids.
Comfortable with the children either. She wasn't overly, like, expressive to them, like she didn't baby talk with them or anything like that. She just, like, happened to hold the baby and then it stopped crying.
Yeah.
But, like, kudos to Joe, though, for trying so hard.
He kept trying.
He kept trying for probably way longer than I would have.
Oh, I would have already passed the baby off to you.
Yeah, after 30 seconds of, like, trying, then, like, maybe you can try this.
Yeah.
Because
what
we're
ideas
a team.
do you have?
Let's switch.
Yeah.
Like, I know that baby looks a lot easier. Let me try that one. It's
yeah.
Like, right now, that seems, yeah.
If you had to choose between a crying baby or a poopy diaper, which one do you choose?
Poopy diaper.
Great. I choose crying baby.
Yeah?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Really?
I've never changed a poopy diaper.
I've changed so many poopy diapers.
I have
like
changed
nothing.
one diaper.
It just
and
depends
was
how bad it is. I worked at a daycare.
Ryan is way better with children than I am.
Maybe, but with the diapers specifically, because when it's diapers, it's business. the kids, the kids know it's business time because they don't. Get your briefcase, baby. It's business.
Get your briefcase. We got a meeting. It's business.
It's on the changing table. They know that, like, if I want a clean diaper, I gotta go to Ryan, and Ryan is going to have to change me, or like, like at those times whenever I was in the rooms where kids needed diapers changed.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, it's business. They don't care. But, you know, besides that, they probably would just usually ignore me.
Okay.
But
I think I'm getting better with children.
Mm-hmm.
Like Harper, your friend's kid.
Yeah.
And
she's super easy, though.
Right? And then Hanzo, your cousin's kid.
He's pretty easy, too.
Yeah. I like them. I like them.
They're the really easy ones.
They're so chill.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I can just hold you. And then, or like we can walk around, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That's fine. But after they start crying or they need something, I fed Harper. I did that.
Did you?
I did.
What was that?
Yeah. I was like, is there a way I need to hold the bottle or the baby? Is there a thing that needs to happen here? It was at Michelle's baby shower.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I fed the baby.
That was a while ago.
It
wasn't that long ago.
I think that was the first time I fed a baby. I might have fed Anna or Aurora, my nieces. But the only diaper I've ever changed was Aurora's pee diaper.
Oh, okay.
Even though I have a younger sister and I have 4 nieces and a nephew, I have changed one diaper. I feel very blessed.
I mean, I've never changed any of my nieces or nephews or any of my other cousins' babies. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of babies.
Yeah, there are a lot of babies.
I never have to change any of them.
Huh.
I think it's just something you typically don't have to do.
Probably.
I worked at
but
a
like
daycare,
Josie
though.
has changed Anna and Aurora's diapers many times.
Well, she would watch them all the time.
Yeah, because she was still at the house when Wendy had kids, whereas like I had already moved out.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys don't need to know about our lives. Let's talk about the Bachelor lives.
Okay, so after I
don't know.
I feel like other people could have helped, like, a little bit, help play with the kids or something like that. And I guess they're like, no, maybe the producer's like, no, stay away.
Yeah.
This is their thing right now.
They let Jordan check on them.
Yeah.
But it was like after things had calmed down.
Yeah.
After the baby had stopped crying.
The chaos.
Yeah.
They wanted Joe and Kendall to deal with the chaos.
Yeah. And who knows how long it actually was. Like, it might have been 1 minute.
Yeah.
We have no idea. But this sparks conversations amongst other couples. So Jenna and Jordan start talking about, like, baby names.
Yeah. And they don't seem that freaked out about it. Other than, like,
it seemed like a pretty normal conversation.
Other than, I mean, I don't think you've mentioned... I think you've mentioned names. I didn't hate them, but you hate all my names.
What are all of your names? I remember one name.
One name, yeah.
Ryan likes the name Desmond for a boy, and I'm just, like, not crazy about it. I don't like boy names.
Okay.
It's just, like, a thing. I've thrown out a couple to you, and you didn't like those. Girl names are way easier for me.
Okay.
I like a lot of girl names. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
Okay.
If nothing else, we'll just give them a joke name. Like Jam Tam.
Sam Tam.
Sam Tam. Tim Tam. Works for a boy or a girl.
Tim?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Tam Tam.
Tam Tam. Tammy Tam. Tammy Tam.
Tamitha?
Tamitha.
Tabitha. No.
I like Tammy Tam.
Tammy Tam.
Tammy Tam and Tim Tam. It's perfect. Okay, so then Kendall and Joe get, like, a real date. They get rewarded. Oh, sorry.
Should we just stick with Joe and Kendall from here?
Oh, do you want to talk about Jenna and Jordan? Sorry. Their baby names were, like, Tucker, which is fine. It just reminds me of Flash Forward, if anybody was a Disney fan. Flash Forward was a Disney TV show.
What was it about?
And the main character was named Tucker. Probably a time traveler. I don't know.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
It was so long ago. It was like 20 plus years ago.
I don't know that one. Okay.
The characters were Tucker and Becca. And I was like, Becca? That's an interesting name. Because I'd only heard of Rebecca.
Oh, okay.
Or Becky as short for Rebecca. So I was like, Becca? I like that. And then there were like two main characters, Becca and Tucker. And I think probably time travelers. I don't.
Okay.
Tucker.
Joe and Kendall?
So Joe and Kendall got a real date.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this real date? Because their real date was drinking on the beach.
That was it.
What have they been doing for the past 5 weeks?
Why?
Because I think they've been drinking on the beach for the past 5 weeks. How is that a date?
How come Colton and Tia have gotten boats and watch dolphins swimming and shit, and then they get to sit on a beach?
Yeah, like, this was not a date. They worked. They worked for this date.
Yeah.
They should have gotten a night out on the town. But instead, they did the exact same thing they've been doing for 5 weeks in a different spot.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That's bullshit.
And then, I mean, I don't even know if, like, they even really got anything from that date. Like, in terms of, like, getting to know each other. They didn't do anything.
They talked about kids.
Okay.
They did talk about kids. I don't know where they landed on it, but I think it was the idea that, like, Joe does want kids, and he can see kids with Kendall.
Okay.
And Kendall was like, yeah, maybe kids.
Oh, really?
But after this date, like, I was like, I can see them leaving the island together. I don't see them as, like, a forever couple, because I think their personalities are too different that would be a problem eventually.
Yeah,
But I can see them leaving this experience as a couple still.
I don't know. I think it would just depend how they grow. I think they can grow into each other and possibly maybe fit better together. Mm-hmm. Because, like, I think Joe can be more expressive. I think Kendall can be more, I don't know, okay with him. Like, I don't know. I feel like she can shut down sometimes.
Yeah. As communicative as Kendall is, I think she does tend to keep a lot inward.
Yeah.
I think she expresses what she wants to express.
Yeah.
And then anything that's too difficult, I don't think she usually talks about. And I think Joe and Kendall have different love languages.
Yeah.
I think maybe Kendall needs affirmation. Like, I don't think she can get enough from just like physical touch.
Yeah.
I think she needs to know, like, by words how he feels. And I think his is probably more physical touch and gifts or things like that. I don't know about gifts, but like things that like
he likes food.
You show instead of say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that could end up being a problem for them.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. I think that's all I wrote down for them.
Yeah, that's all I wrote down too.
Okay.
And then I move on to Eric and Cassandra.
Okay. I think that's the next thing, I think.
Okay.
Okay. So it was kind of weird. There could have been something else, but it was just, I think the first thing we saw of them was that they were just sitting on the beach talking. And then I think Cassandra may have said something like, where do you see us? Where are we at? Or whatever. Because I think they just Eric hasn't done anything to express any interest. And he says, we just went on a date.
Yeah. She says something about like, well, like, did you want some like romantic involvement? And he's like, nah, I'm good.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing. I'm not verbatim. And he says he thought it was like clear, like that their relationship was just kind of like seeing where this goes.
I don't know.
We're just, playing it by ear.
It seemed like there was romance on their date.
It did.
And then romance whenever, I think the night before the rose ceremony, so that Cassandra could get the rose. Maybe a little bit. I think she was kind of working for it a little bit.
Yes. Who was she competing against?
Angela.
So she wasn't competing. Angela was out.
Yeah.
Angela said, bye, boy.
But she just wanted to make sure that she got his rose.
Yes. And yeah, it seemed like Cassandra did put in effort. She did like the yoga thing or the meditation thing. Yeah.
And so like after that, there seemed to have been nothing. And I think
not.
Also she did kind of end it with him, And then she was like, try to put as much effort as she needed to get that rose. And then like, she wanted to see, hey, where are we at?
So maybe he thought it was just for the rose.
Yeah, maybe.
And she was like, no, like I kind of want to see where this goes.
Yeah, but then maybe she didn't express that.
Yeah. So he kind of thought that they were like
done,
just friends,
because
or whatever.
Yeah, because from their last conversation with Angela and with the whole triangle thing, that like you would think that they were done.
Yeah, but Cassandra said, oh, that's interesting because I don't think that friends just make out and kiss and stuff. It's like I can see where she was unclear about their status.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think, I could see it from either way. So then Cassandra brings up to Eric that maybe he's not ready for a romantic involvement.
Yeah, she kind of lays it on him that like, maybe you aren't ready to be here.
Yeah.
And like
maybe being here is, quote, premature.
Yeah.
Which I think, so Cassandra is a mother. She's a single mother right now.
Is she?
Yeah, that was like, they said that she'd had a baby, and I see her like, again, in her two-piece outfit, and I'm like, damn. You can probably hear our dog in the background. She's... But anyway, so like, I don't know how old she is compared to Eric, but I think she's more mature than Eric is.
I think she's either 29, at least 29.
So I think like having a conversation like this is probably a little bit easier for her than it is for Eric, who his first love was Rachel.
Yeah, which was like last year.
Yeah. So he's kind of new to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Cassandra had to grow up very quickly, probably.
Were we in Bloomington during Rachel's season?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, because Bachelorette is in the spring. So we were still in Bloomington. Yeah. Why?
Just wondering.
Oh, okay.
Just wondering where we watched it.
Yeah. Our first, I think we finished Rachel's season here.
Yeah.
We finished it here. So we were behind because we were traveling.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. So this was kind of like a hard truth for Eric.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like he kind of agreed with Cassandra.
Like, suddenly, was it just that, what's it called? Like a light bulb turned on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like, yeah, I guess so. Especially since it's so late in the season. There's just not that many women coming in, especially that week that episode that he was our dog.
Yeah. If you can hear a tail on the table.
The week that he got this realization, it was only men coming in.
Yes. And
right?
I mean,
yeah.
This was also with women having the power.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still like, yeah, maybe I should just go home.
Yeah.
So this was obviously like a very grown-up move on his part, I think.
Instead of just like staying another week or something like that.
Yeah, because he's kind of young. And he could just be like, well, Cassandra doesn't want me, so I'll move on to someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't. He was like, you know what? I'm going to go talk to Kevin.
Yep, everybody talks to Kevin.
Kevin is the resident therapist for the island. He has a lot of experience with therapy.
And that
so
must really weigh on him.
Oh, I'm sure. He's everybody's problems on his shoulder.
Yeah, like secrets and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Like, which it seems like he shares those secrets quite often.
He does gossip a little bit. Yeah, but I think maybe he views it more as open communication.
Sure. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
So he talks to him, and basically decides to go home.
Yeah, he's like, I really shouldn't be here. Cassandra deserves someone who can be more open.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes and talks to Cassandra and has this weird conversation where she's like, okay. You already told me we weren't dating, so I don't know what this conversation's all about.
Yeah, I don't understand why he needed to go talk to her. It's like, I decided to go home.
Yeah.
And woke her up, and she was like, okay.
It was a really weird conversation for me. I don't know if it felt that weird for them, but for me,
for him to, I have decided. It just seems like to end this and go home.
Yeah.
Which is like,
well, you already told her there was nothing going on, so
what are you?
Are you going to wake up anybody else who's sleeping right now and tell them that you're going home?
I've decided that this is ending. I'm going to go home.
Okay, so then here was a weird part where everyone was gathered around and they thought Eric would have a date card, which to me means the producers said, hey, everyone, go wait over there. Eric has a surprise for you.
Oh, right.
That's what I think happens. When Eric came up, I'm like, do you have a date card? He's like, no, I'm going home. And then everyone was upset, but Shoshana was so upset. And I don't know what relationship she formed with Eric that we didn't see, but she was just like, he was so nice to me from day one.
Was it? She was only there for like a day, right?
Right. I know.
But I guess Eric had a bigger impression on people than we thought he did, because we just didn't see much of him.
Yeah, they didn't show us much, and it's probably a bit of racism.
Probably a little bit.
You know,
a bit. Probably.
We didn't see much of him, so we don't know what impact he had on other people.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what happened. Goodbye, Eric.
Bye, Eric. And then New Zealand Jordan comes with a date card for Chris.
For Chris?
Chris
Harrison?
Chris R.
Chris.
Chris and Crystal.
Chris R gets a date card. And
yeah,
Jordan gives
he brings
it
it up and he's like, well, I got a date card. And he's like, Chris, pick a date. I don't know what it said. I don't care. But then then he picks Crystal, of course.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite part of this date was just seeing Crystal as a normal person. I just love it so much. It doesn't happen all the time. It does happen more on Paradise than it did on Bachelor.
Yeah.
But I just love her as a normal person. And it's not that I love her even as a normal person.
That she's not putting on that charade.
Yes. Like, just be you.
Yeah. She would have been more in the background.
Yes, but I think she would have gotten further on Bachelor.
She went pretty far in The Bachelor.
She did, but she would have gone further if she had just been a normal fucking person instead of starting drama all the fucking time.
Maybe. You never know. I agree. I totally agree that like it seems so much better that she's just being a normal person. And today, like when we were watching this, I was like, man, when I was like, oh, crazy belongs with crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, but wait, Crystal hasn't really been crazy.
She hasn't.
At all.
Not for a while.
So like, I don't want to call women crazy. But it was just like, when you're acting crazy, you're acting crazy. It's not because she's a woman, she's acting hysterical or anything.
I mean, you're also calling Chris crazy. So, right? Crazy belongs with crazy is what you were saying. Yeah. So, I understand, but good clarification that you're not calling her crazy, like as a woman crazy. But she was off her rocker in Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like, she lost her shit.
Multiple times.
But so it's nice just seeing her, like, it's okay if she like gets mad or has a moment or whatever, but it's just nice seeing her just like be a relatively normal person.
Yeah. And I think this is when on this date, I think before that, he decided to share with her exactly how he feels about her. Before he had expressed that he was falling in love with her.
I'm sorry. I want to stop you. He was beginning
to
fall in love with her. Mm-hmm. He wasn't starting to fall in love with her. He was beginning to fall in love with her.
Just the beginning part.
If you're Crystal, that makes a difference. If you're me, starting and beginning are synonyms. Don't know what the difference is. But she corrected Chris when he said he was starting to fall in love with her. She was like, you said beginning.
She also has a photographic memory.
She does. But I'm also an English teacher, and starting and beginning are the same thing.
So he wants to tell her that he's in love with her, and he does, and she loves him back. And then what was playing in the background?
Okay, hold on. Whoa. You skipped a very important part of this.
Oh, right.
So Chris is just giving this like beautiful speech.
Yeah, actually,
pouring his heart out. It was
actually pretty nice.
It was like he could have proposed in that moment for all I knew. Like he was giving us really nice speech. He's like, I just want to tell you that. What the fuck is that? And it was a raccoon. But like, I'm sorry. Like, unless you've never seen a raccoon before, like even in that moment, I'm easily distracted.
Yeah.
But even in that moment,
I want to stay focused. You gotta power through that.
I would have told you the thing I wanted to say, had a little moment, and been like, BT dubs, raccoon over there.
Like I mean, maybe he was genuinely like confused what that was behind her. Like something's moving over there. If something was moving behind you, I'd lose concentration and like look over there. Maybe not when I'm pouring my heart out, but I would lose concentration a little bit.
Unless you think I'm in danger. You know, like if I'm not in danger, maybe continue
I'm sure
with that
kind of far
and
away.
Circle back to it.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
And then trying to get back on track about like, anyways.
She's like, oh, what were you saying? In that Crystal voice? What were you saying?
That was a good Crystal. That was a good Crystal.
You like the what? She doesn't say what, but I feel like she would.
She
just doesn't. She would say what. Can I tell you, in my job, I've met people who say what. They're like, there's an H there. I'm like, have you looked at the English language? There's a lot of letters, lots of places. That doesn't mean anything.
Doubt.
Yeah. You're not British. You don't need to say what, when, where, or why. You like speak American English. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, so they exchange I love yous.
Yeah.
This would be like a much more romantic thing to talk about if there hadn't been that whole raccoon thing in the middle. Mm-hmm. But they exchange I love yous. They're in love. They're happy. Heart shapes everywhere.
Woo, woo, woo. Dancing on water.
It was super romantic. I have to tell you that. Dancing in the water was so beautiful.
It has to be like a place that they have. Because or at least they rent it out very often. I feel like it would make more sense for them to just buy that place.
They've probably been in that exact same location before, and
like,
they just wasn't water.
I think their dates are like 50% of the time at that place.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It does make sense. But I don't know. It looked so beautiful. And it looked so romantic. Dancing in the water until the raccoon came over.
Rockettes.
The Rockettes came over and started dancing in the water next to them.
Wait, did I say that like she's not acting crazy?
You did. Do you want to talk about that
she
more?
Seems like a normal person.
Do you want to talk about that more? Because you did talk about that.
Okay. No, that's all. I just want, like, that sounds like something I said. I didn't write it down, so I'm not sure if I actually said it.
Yep, you did.
Yeah. Okay.
And meanwhile, there's a campfire truth or dare going on. And Olivia and John share the worst kiss in the world.
Yeah.
I love you, baby. I love you so much. There are so many things I would do for you. And if our life depended on it, I would do this. But in any other circumstance, I would not kiss you with a jalapeno in either of our mouths.
Because an actual spicy jalapeno is pretty spicy. Like the jalapenos, if you guys haven't had an actual spicy jalapeno, eat some jalapenos in a banh mi, because those are fucking fire. Like
it depends on the place though.
Yeah, it does.
Because Buntown doesn't have really spicy jalapenos.
Oh, really?
And I kind of like that about it.
Okay. Yeah,
because I like the
too.
flavor without all the spice.
Yeah. But like the ones in like Chinatown and stuff, they get like those really spicy jalapenos, and it's like sometimes you bite into a banh mi and then you pull out, and then like a jalapeno comes out and slaps you in the face, and then like your chin's on fire for the next 10 minutes.
So there's a place in Columbus called Dirty Frank's. It's a hot dog place. I've taken you there.
Yes, multiple times.
And they have a hot dog called Puff the Magic Dragon. And it's like, I forget what's on it, but I think it's like cream cheese and jalapenos and something else. And the jalapenos are fresh jalapenos. Yeah. And until that time, I had never had fresh jalapenos before.
You got like pickled ones and whatever, like canned ones. Stuff like that.
Yeah, like kind you get for like nachos or whatever.
Yeah,
with fresh jalapenos. And so like after taking 2 bites, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Took off the jalapenos, ate the rest of it. I had washed my hands 5 times before I took out my contacts that night.
Oh no!
And still, my eyeballs caught fire. I had to throw away the contacts. It was like I let them soak overnight and tried them the next morning. I was like, no.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. So and then based on other experiences with jalapenos.
Kelly doesn't fuck with jalapenos.
I don't. And I like spicy food. I do. In my mouth, preferably not too spicy.
Yeah.
And not with someone else's mouth. I don't think that's unreasonable.
I guess, was it Carly and Evan did it?
I think it was Carly
with
and Evan
habaneros, which are like 1,000 times spicier than a jalapeno.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
They're crazy.
I don't think I would even eat a habanero for you, baby. I mean, again, if our lives depended on it, our relationship depended on it, I would. But truth or dare, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not for a game.
Not truth or dare.
No. I'm an adult. I make my decisions. I say no. Okay. Also, truth or dare is just a game. Don't do anything you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like Olivia and John were fine with it. But like, I don't give in to peer pressure. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. It's just
that
a
dare,
game.
he only dared one person, but then like 2 people that went down for that.
That's true. That is true. But if I don't want to tell the truth or I don't want to do the dare, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah. Also, it was disgusting.
Yeah. They went on for so long. And I felt bad. I think Olivia might have planned this. She took the end of the jalapeno and gave him the stem.
But they both had seeds all over their face.
Yeah, because if I were him, I'd be pushing them seeds into her mouth. Fuck you. Give me all those goddamn seeds.
Yeah.
That was gross.
Okay, since we're talking about John and Olivia, do you want to keep talking about them?
Sure, what do you want to say about them? I don't have any other notes.
I mean, I guess what happens to
in this
them
episode
is just that Diggy comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Diggy comes in.
Honestly, we haven't really seen John or Olivia really connecting.
We don't
on
know anything
camera, at
about
least.
what's going on in their relationship. Again, they're minorities, so that might be why.
Yeah.
But we don't see anything going on with their relationship.
So at least it seems like a very possible thing that if Diggy comes in, she might go on a date with him because we don't see anything happening between her and John.
Yeah.
So that happens. I think Diggy asks Shu first. Shoshana.
Yeah, Shu tells him that she's still getting over Camille, but is open to friendship. So we took a break. I don't know what we were talking about. And I don't care to figure it out. So
let's just keep talking about Diggy.
Well, let's keep talking about Diggy and Olivia.
Yeah. Diggy comes in. He's got a date card. Mm-hmm. Diggy talks to Shu first, but she's still getting over. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
She says that she's still getting over Camille. Because she went on a double date with John, Olivia?
John, Christine.
Kristen.
Yeah, Shoshana
Christine
and
Kristen?
Camille.
Kristen.
Yeah. Kristen.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was still getting over that. So she says no to Diggy.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, she says she's open to friendship. But it's like, you're not going to take a person on a date that you want to be friends with.
Well, she also said that's not fair. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair to him.
But he talks to Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
And she admits that she had hoped to see him in paradise.
Yeah. And I feel like that's totally what the producers would do. It's like, hey, who do you want to see here?
Yeah.
Who do you want to see here?
And it's like the most obvious relationship to kind of like rock. Because like John and Olivia are like not a real thing yet. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if you bring in someone for like Kevin or Astrid or like someone like that, like they're not going to pay any attention to this person coming in.
Oh,
they're
for
like,
sure.
Whatever. You're off my radar. Whereas like Olivia, like there's still a chance to be like, what's going to happen here? Who's she going to give her rose to? Yeah. You know, like that kind of thing. So yeah, he talks to Olivia.
They kind of hit it off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just says, "Yeah, I'll go on a date with you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think like she even does. She consult, not consult, but like does she talk to John?
I don't think she talks to John.
Yeah. I think they just go.
If she does, we don't see it.
Yeah.
I think they just go. Yeah.
John finally gets a little taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, because like Olivia's the 7th person he's dated in Paradise. Mm-hmm. It's like normally I'd be like, well, she didn't talk to John, but John didn't always talk to people before he went on dates. So,
well, sometimes he did.
Sometimes he
tried to, and then he couldn't.
But sometimes we didn't see him talking to them. Yeah. Again, that doesn't mean he didn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay. So one thing John dating so many women is definitely like a turn off for me to him. Like. But like for him to be such a reserved guy and putting himself out there as much as he is like he kind of like went too far the other way, you know, being like a pretty shy guy, not really, you know, being able to talk to cute girls or whatever, or ask them out or whatever. But then like going on to Paradise where he is the person everyone wants to like go on a date with and maybe hang out with more. It's kind of like, oh, you went too far by like going on so many dates. Maybe you should try to stick with somebody you like.
Question.
Yeah.
Do we know he's shy and reserved and has trouble talking to
At least that's
girls?
what he portrayed in Becca's season.
Okay.
And then he says that in like a interview, I think in his Reddit AMA, he was really, I think it was right after Paradise had filmed, and he was really happy how much he put himself out there.
Okay.
So like I think that sounds to me like he's typically not like that.
Okay.
And that he actually put himself out there for once.
Okay. Yeah, it could be just that since he's never dated a lot, he shouldn't really know how to handle having more than one person who's interested in him.
Mm-hmm. And then suddenly there's like every other woman wants to hang out with him.
Yeah. And so he could just say, okay, well, they already know that like this is an open environment or whatever, and like not think that he has to talk to them or something. Yeah, that's possible. He might not be a scoundrel. I just don't appreciate the way he handles things.
I agree.
So it was nice to see him getting kind of a taste of his own medicine. Although, as far as we know, he didn't care because they never showed us anything about him caring.
Yeah.
So, but Diggy and Olivia's date is cute. They seem to vibe well. Things go well.
Seems like it. And we figure out why Diggy has a name Diggy.
Yeah, his real name is Kenneth. But he's had this name since grade school.
Yeah.
Just so long.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty cute story.
It is a cute story.
For you
Yeah,
to
he
have,
just
like-
was very stylish.
Yeah. And it's not because of him, it was because of his mom.
His teacher.
No, his mom dresses him up
Yes.
because she wanted a girl.
Which I don't think the logic follows for me that you want a girl so you dress your son stylishly. To me, it's like you probably would dress your son stylishly even if you had a girl. Because it's not like she put him in dresses. She put him in little ties and stuff.
But like, I think she wanted to play dress up with her daughters.
You can play dress up with boys.
Yeah, but I think she did it to a further degree
Than she would have if she already had a daughter.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm skeptical.
Yes.
Skeptical.
I feel like she was equally invested in his dress up if he was a girl.
Every time I say or think the word skeptical, I also think of the word spectacle. Like glasses. Spectacles. Just a fun fact on my brain.
You should have glasses to put on whenever you say you're skeptical.
Skeptical. With a gesture for glasses.
Yeah, you should do that.
So they go on this cute date, and then there's this awkward trumpet player.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. So it seemed like they found a person that can play the trumpet, and then there's a song that they wanted him to play. And then they're like, hey, can you put this on the end of your trumpet too? And then he was like, what the fuck is this? It makes such a weird sound now. And then so he played the song, and then it was like, okay, it was the song, I guess.
I think the song would be much better with a larger band. But with just one single trumpet player, it sounds real sad. You can play the song at my funeral. It's a sad song.
Yeah. That's what I feel like when that happened.
It was funny.
I know, that's about their date. They had dinner. It seemed like they had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the Truth and Dare bonfire. Shoshana gets a truth, and she says that there's someone she wished she had kissed. And Camille's truth is that he's in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
But Shu,
which is
like
one of those things about Camille that's like, I'm surprised he said that.
Right? Because I was like, oh, I didn't know he was in a committed relationship. I thought he was just like with Annalise.
So when you're in a committed relationship, are you boyfriend, girlfriend?
If you're committed, yeah, I think you're boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay. Because every time...
like in the next episode where Annalise says like boyfriend, girlfriend.
Every single time I cringe.
Because you don't
really
know if they've
hard.
talked about it or
Like,
if she's just
really
saying
hard.
it.
But he says he would consider himself to be in a committed relationship. So
yeah.
it shouldn't. It's just he hasn't said it yet. So
Because
it's
if
kind
you
of
have
weird.
a commitment,
Mm-hmm.
is that not something akin to boyfriend, girlfriend?
It should be. It is. But it's just he doesn't give off those vibes at all.
No, he
other
has
than
no
just
vibes.
being exactly. Other than just being close and kind of touchy.
Yeah.
Not really touchy. She's the one being touchy.
Correct. And he's just receiving it, and we don't know, is this well received or not?
I mean, it has to be well received.
You would think.
You would think. Yeah.
But Shu says that there's still something there with Camille. So then Kiwi Jordan talks to Shoshana.
Kiwi Jordan? Where did that come from?
Because he's from New Zealand. He's a Kiwi.
Is that what they call themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Never call a person from Australia a Kiwi, because that's an insult. Someone from New Zealand is a Kiwi.
Are they both mates, though?
I think they're both mates. Yeah. I think anyone from Great Britain, Australia, or New Zealand is a mate.
Okay.
But New Zealand, their state bird is a Kiwi.
Okay.
And then I looked it up. It was like 1970 something, I think they became, like, the people also became known as Kiwis.
Okay.
And I don't think it's a slur. I think it's like something they call themselves.
It's like an endearing quality
I think.
for themselves.
Because I looked up,
Endearing
like,
name.
what are New Zealanders called? Or what is someone from New Zealand called? Because I wondered, is it New Zealander?
Okay.
And the only thing that came up was Kiwi.
Okay.
And it's like, it could also be called New Zealanders, but the only thing that came up was Kiwi. So I don't think it's rude to say.
Or
So Kiwi Jordan.
they are New Zealand.
They can't just be New Zealand.
They can't?
They has to be like New Zealandish, New Zealandese, New Zealander. There has to be like a thing, right?
Maybe.
So it's like American, Canadian, Mexican, British, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. There's always like an adjective suffix.
I'm really trying to think of it right now.
So I think it's New Zealander. I do. I think it's New Zealander.
Okay.
Yeah. I think. Like Zoolander. You know? Anyway, Kiwi Jordan. So he knows that Shu still has a thing for Camille. And so he asks her, like, how do you feel about me? Like, where are we?
Yeah.
And she says she can't get over Camille, that she feels crushed. And, like, tell me if I'm wrong, but they had one double date, right? Like,
yeah.
Camille and Shu had a double date, which means they didn't even spend the whole time together. They spent it with other people as well.
I mean, they did get close.
Did they?
I mean, not close, like, emotionally, but they were, like, close physically.
Okay. Like, on the, what were they on? Like,
They were on a boat, and then they were also on, like, some kind of, like, lagoon or whatever. And they were just,
Laguna Beach? They were on Laguna Beach?
They were on a beach. It looked like a lagoon. And they were just laying there talking. But obviously, there were, I mean, what's his name? Camille is not very expressive anyway. So it's like, like you really have to, I think it kind of takes an Annalise to really get something out of Camille. To, like, be all talky, how high energy, but before you actually get something out of him.
In my memory, Camille was pretty upfront, not at the date, but shortly after the date, that he wasn't interested in Shu in that way.
Yes. I forget exactly what he said, but he made it like very clear.
Yeah.
He was like, no.
So there wasn't a lot of time for her to feel led on or anything like that.
It was just a date.
But nonetheless, she feels crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed. And it only gets weirder from here, I think.
Yeah, because then he gets a date card.
Yes.
Is there anything in between that?
No.
Okay. So he gets Kiwi Jordan. He gets a date card. And he's like, I think I should ask Shu.
Which makes sense. That's the person he's been talking to. He's been cuddling up with. Makes sense that's the person he would ask.
Yeah.
But Shu's like, maybe you should ask Cassandra.
Yeah.
Which is good on her, honestly. To be like, I don't think I'm going to be the one that you want to take on the date, but this person is single. Ask her.
Yeah.
Good on her.
And they go on a date, Jordan and Cassandra, and they have a good time. They're talking, and they're in the water, and they're making out, and he's carrying her and shit like that. They're having a good time.
It's by all means a good date.
Meanwhile, on the beach, Olivia...
Hold on. Let's back up.
Okay.
Shu pulls Camille to the side.
Oh, I forgot this part.
And she's like, hey, I talk to you. Oh, where's the hot tub?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why the fuck do you think where the hot tub is?
That's where you get kisses.
I just sounded super drunk just now. I'm not that drunk.
Wait.
Where's the hot tub house? And so then like Shu asks him like, if we had another date, do you think it would be different? And Camille is just like trying to be super upfront about his feelings. And he's like,
no,
I really don't. And she's just not accepting it. She says, quote, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's crazy. Like, if I went on a date with somebody before us.
Sure.
If I went on a date with someone and like maybe I felt something, like maybe I kind of like them and they said like I didn't feel anything. I'm like, okay.
That's it.
Like
that's it.
I maybe would have like how about like one more date and see how that goes. And they're saying no. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Sure.
Okay. Because like, yes, I can get attached to somebody, but not to the point where like I don't think our date would have went that well for you to feel that way. I was like, okay, like maybe I just had
one date.
Yeah, I just like had a different experience. And like, I just like, okay, I guess I was just wrong. You didn't feel this way. Because like for me to also feel that attached to somebody, I also have to feel that they're attached. Somehow. They enjoyed my time at least. But like, he is making it very clear that he didn't think there was any spark.
Yeah, and I like kudos to Camille for like being very like open and honest about this. Like this is like difficult conversations to have.
Because he really could also just say like, yeah, maybe there was something, and then also make out with her too.
Yes, he could have.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of times it's like human nature to leave things open-ended where you're like, I just right now it's not a good time, but like maybe in the future. But he's just like, no, I just don't see that happening. It's like really, really good on him for being like open and honest about this. And then Shu tells Olivia that she likes a challenge. She likes a challenge and she doesn't like it easy. So somehow Olivia convinces Shu that she actually likes Jordan.
Yeah. How did that happen?
I have no idea.
It was like,
is Olivia the witch?
That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote.
We didn't talk about that. She just like manipulated Shu into thinking that she liked Jordan. She manipulates
a lot of people, a lot of situations.
She?
Yeah,
I missed that. And like that went over my head.
With Chelsea going after Camille.
Did Olivia do that?
Yeah. She was like, I kind of feel like I want to talk to Camille. And she was like, I mean, if you feel like there's something there, you should totally do it.
Oh my God. I love and hate Olivia.
Yeah.
She's also gorgeous.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
She's so beautiful.
She's got a lot of baby hairs, though.
She does, but her hair is magnificent. If she straightened all that shit out, oh my God, it'd be so long.
Yeah.
Not that she should straighten out. It looks amazing the way it is. But like, she doesn't wear makeup that often, I don't think. And she's gorgeous.
She might do some eye makeup.
Skin.
That's about it. I'm sure.
Flawless
but
skin.
I can understand why people would want to touch her hair.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that.
I know.
It's so disappointing. His is like a white girl. My hair is not great. It's very boring. There's nothing special about it.
My hair is pretty boring.
And
too.
all I want is just have like big, voluminous hair. But you're not supposed to touch big, voluminous hair. You just let them have their hair. It's their hair. And I understand that. It's okay. But like, it's great. It's beautiful hair.
Okay.
But yeah, so a couple of things happen. So while Olivia is convincing Shoshana that she likes Jordan, Camille is convincing Annalise that Shu is put a spell on them.
Yes.
And so Annalise goes to like talk to Shu. And this is like she's talking to Olivia. And like Annalise comes over and talks to Shu. So like, I think these things are happening like relatively simultaneously. And she's like, back off, Shu. And she accuses Shu of like witchcraft. And she was like, whoa, where's this coming from? And Annalise said it like it was a fact. But it was just like some random idea that Camille put in her head. Like Camille made up this entire witchcraft thing.
Yeah.
And it spread to everyone.
And it wasn't even like him trying to spread it. He was just like, it was kind of a joke.
Yeah, he's like, I think she like put a spell on me or whatever.
She's trying to.
And Annalise like took it as she was a witch. And like she laughed at first and then said it to Shu. And then like Shu told people complaining about it. And like before you know it, everyone thinks or is like talking about Shu being a witch, whether or not they actually think she is. Mm-hmm. They're like talking about this idea and it becomes this whole thing. It takes on a life of its own. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
It's kind of it's turning into the thing almost like the same thing as calling Kristen scallop fingers, where it's like it's kind of being mean calling her a witch now because they're saying it like behind her back, or like while they're talking about her or something like that. Something weird happens. It must be Shoshana because
with like the
magic.
shampoo. Oh, we're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. But like,
sorry, we've watched the next episode and we're really trying to pretend we didn't.
Yeah, there's a couple times like I can't say what Kendall said, but she seems like this.
Can't talk about it. Saving it.
But yeah, I think it's kind of at that same point too, where they're just like they found somebody to pick on and they're picking on them.
Yeah.
Not picking, but like at least laughing at their expense a little bit.
I mean, at least Shu knows about it.
She knew right away, at least. And she's
but still
kind of playing it, like leaning into it a little bit, but
she was really upset at first.
Yeah.
She was really upset.
Because where the fuck did that come from?
And it's ridiculous.
She did burn a picture. Like, burning a picture of Camille did not help.
The producers told her to do that. I'm positive of it. She didn't think of that herself. She didn't make that picture frame.
Like, maybe she didn't even throw it in the fire herself.
It's possible she never did anything with that, and the producers just did that themselves. But also, it's not in this episode.
Oh, really?
It's in the next episode.
Really?
It is. Yeah, they kept showing it in conjunction with this one. No, I don't think it is.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, I wrote it in this episode. Or the one that we're talking about right now.
Okay. I thought she did it later.
But yeah, Shu, I feel like that was Shu just like burning the picture to get over Camille and like ready to jump in with Jordan when he gets back.
Yes.
But then like Shu missed out. He started feeling things for Cassandra, wanted to see where that went.
Well, she like planned this whole like date for him for when he got back from his date.
Anything of it other than a fire, but apparently she had she didn't make the dessert or anything.
But she mentioned a dessert at least. There were like pillows by the fire.
Yeah, so like they were gonna sit by the fire and eat dessert.
Well, like Kevin and Astrid told Kiwi Jordan about Shu's behavior, her odd behavior, and the like quote unquote witchcraft.
Yeah, so it could
have, and that might have affected his opinion.
Yeah, totally.
But she was super upset, and I think it's just because she's single. I couldn't tell why she was upset exactly, because it's like she shouldn't have been attached to Camille. She shouldn't have been attached to Jordan. I don't know if she's like feels rejected.
I think
she also told Jordan to go on that date.
Yes, I think she feels rejected, and then also when you plan something and it didn't go to plan, you feel kind of shitty.
That's true.
Like even if like you don't have any feelings for that person, you're like, oh, that sucks, and like I can feel like that's how I would react. Mm-hmm. But then I can see how other people would react much more strongly. No,
that makes sense.
But yeah,
so I think that's all I have for this episode.
I talked about Joe and Kendall, Chris and Crystal. Scroll. Yep, that's it.
Okay. So after this, there are 2 more episodes. There's the final rose ceremony, and then there's also like the after the final rose or whatever, and so this would be like all of like the week 6 episodes, and I think we'll combine those into one.
Yeah,
We have watched one episode, but we have not watched the other. Today is currently Tuesday, but I don't think I'm going to post this until Wednesday because
we got things to do.
It's 11 o'clock on a weeknight, and we both have jobs. And tomorrow we have a wine and paint event, which I'm really excited about. So probably we won't record anything until Thursday.
Yeah.
So we are behind on all of this. By the time the next actual season starts, we'll be, more than caught up. But yeah, we are behind, so bear with us. Thanks for listening. We did get some downloads this week, despite the break in our episodes, and we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, even though we, you guys, I don't know, want to hear our thing even a week after, 2 weeks, really.
I mean, we really appreciate that. We've just been so busy. So after I got back from Ohio, I had kind of assumed that we would watch these episodes, but there were other things that took precedence. So Ryan's brother got married this weekend, and there were all these things that I didn't know about. So there was the wedding was on Saturday, but the rehearsal was on Thursday.
And then the family dinner on Friday.
And there's a family dinner on Friday and the actual wedding on Saturday. And then another family event on Sunday to get rid of all the leftovers from the family events the previous days.
Yep.
So we're catching up.
We'll get there.
We're catching up. Yeah, we'll get there. So shout outs, our international shout outs this week are to the Philippines and Australia.
Hello, Philippines.
Yeah. Ryan's one of your brothers. He's not actually Filipino, but he might as well be.
Yeah. That gets us more downloads. That could be Filipino.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. If you're Filipino, Ryan's Filipino. He's Chinese, but you never know.
Seriously.
We've had, so there's a woman in the grocery store that we used to go to all the time.
Safeway?
Safeway, yeah. She's Filipino. And she just assumed Ryan is Filipino, and he didn't correct her. So he's very much passing Filipino.
Super. I've gotten a lot of you're probably maybe half Filipino, but then a lot of people are so fucking surprised I'm not Filipino. The guy at Lowe's, and remember when we were trying to figure out how to fit something on what's it called? I don't know. We're doing some kind of plumbing thing, and the guy was trying to help us, and I was like, no, this isn't it. And then he was like, you Filipino? I'm like, no. He's like, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah, man, I'm not Filipino.
Are you sure? I was looking at that picture that we took. So his brother had a photo booth at the wedding.
Is it on the fridge?
Yeah, it is on the fridge. It's on the side by the stove.
Okay.
We took a picture with his cousins because we were table 8. Woo. And nothing special about table 8. We were just table 8. So we took a table 8 picture. And you were so much darker than everyone.
Yeah. I'm just dark. So is my brother, but
yeah, that's true.
he wasn't in the picture.
Your brother is darker but your sister isn't. So it's so weird. But you both look like your dad, who also isn't dark.
Me and my brother look like my dad?
Yeah, you look like your dad.
Really?
Your brother looks more like your dad, but you look like your brother.
My brother and my dad, at around the age of 14 or 15, they look very similar.
There's a picture of your dad in their spare living room above their fireplace.
Yeah,
and
it totally looks like my brother there. That's a picture I'm referencing.
But you look like your brother.
Yeah,
and so it's
But I didn't look like my dad when I was growing up.
But your dad isn't dark. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys probably don't care about this. You might. I don't know. A shout out to our top 5 US downloads. I don't think that they have changed, but I also don't have them memorized.
Is it Ohio and Washington?
So Washington's still number 1. Ohio's number 2. Maryland, Texas, and California.
California?
I think California is already in there, but it's pretty close to New York. But I don't remember calling out New York. I do remember calling out Connecticut, but they've dropped. They don't care about us anymore.
Fuck you. Sorry, just kidding.
Just totally kidding. But there's like this whole entire middle of the United States that we're missing with like Montana and Idaho and Wyoming
Another
and California.
45 states we're missing.
Colorado and Nevada and Mississippi and Kansas. Come on, guys. Get with it.
Come on, get with it.
Get with it. We're the place to be, you know?
Download us. Because, like...
You can't hear us, but still download us.
Like, how are they gonna, like... How are we egging them on when they can't
I don't know.
hear
We're
us?
on the platforms. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I feel like maybe I should start actually posting things on social medias.
You should. I can't carry the whole weight myself. I'm just kidding. I haven't been doing anything. I have not been on Twitter because I'm so afraid of spoilers. I love surprises, but I hate spoilers.
Sure.
I hate not knowing things that other people know, but I really love surprises.
Yeah. You hate it when I know things that you don't know.
I do. I really do.
Especially when it comes to presents.
Oh, God. There was a Christmas where everyone knew what was in this giant package except me.
Yeah.
Everyone knew. Even my sister's boyfriend. And it's like, how do you fucking know? He's like, well, I wrapped it. It's like, God damn it.
You just have to wait like a day.
I hate it though.
Yeah.
I want to know the things, but I also love surprises. So I don't want to know the spoilers. But however, luckily, we only have
one more episode.
So we're not going to watch it tomorrow. We'll watch it Thursday and hopefully try to podcast on Thursday and just be done with the season.
Yeah.
You know? And then we'll just do some quickies for our updates in the universe.
Until the next season?
Until the next season, which will probably be January, because I know they did January for RE season.
Yeah, like the first, I think it was like January 1st or something. Or 2nd.
I think it actually was. Yeah. So we might have a few months break.
Yeah.
Which will be good. We need to catch up on our other shows.
Do we know who the Bachelorette is going to be?
No, it's usually picked for the Bachelor season. So we probably won't know for a while.
Sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, rate, review, and subscribe.
Please. Roses and Thorns Pod
is our Twitter. That's our current only mode of social media because we don't currently need any other ones. There's not a lot to write about. But if you have thoughts, tweet us, send us an inbox or whatever through our Twitter. If you want.
us.
DM us. DM us.
DM us.
It won't do us any good until we watch the final episode, but we will eventually be checking these things.
Yes.
And we would really appreciate your thoughts about what's happening this season.
We love thoughts.
Oh, God. Thoughts are my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for sticking with us. I know the last episode was like kind of probably rough because it was like super low energy. So if that was your only episode you listened to,
was on wine.
I really
too,
hope you give us another. I think the wine was fine, but like I had just gotten back from Ohio, so like I was like weird jet lag mindset. There had been a lot of stress in my life prior to that, and I think you tend to feed off of other people's energy.
That's true.
And so I didn't have the energy to give you to feed off of.
When people are partying, I'm partying.
Yes, but they're not partying, you're not partying, and you're totally fine with that. But I didn't have any partying energy in me. But I'm back, better than ever, or at least as good as ever. I'm ready to go.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I have a migraine, so probably not as good as ever either. But no, not as worse as I've been.
Okay.
Is that a thing? It's not as
not worse than usual.
Sure.
Better than your worst.
Better than my worst. I am better than my worst.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a great night.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Meow.